Hello there. I'm the old Growler. Welcome to Meeting Expectations. What we do here is we take a look at a can of beer, a bottle of beer, sometimes a wine or a spirit might drop by. We're all friends in fermentation. And we take a look at the label. We read everything on the label, take a look at the artwork, see what they're trying to sell us, crack it open, and see if it meets expectations. Few things, oh yes, we've started to rate the beers, I know. We're rating them from number 1 to number 5. Number 1's the best, and number 5's a dive. Few things first before we get started. All of our beers should be tested at the same temperature, at the proper temperature. Lagers between 37 and 47 degrees Fahrenheit, and ales 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit. I use a ThermoWorks thermometer. There is a link in the description box below if you are interested. Also, we always use the same style of glassware for all of our testings. That way nobody has a leg up when it comes to clarity or aromatics. And finally, a little bit different tasting technique. Most folks, what they'll do is they'll take a look, they will smell, they will sip, and they will let you know what they think. Well, I'll let you know what I think, all right, but I'm going to sip first. Why? Wine expert Fred Dax explains it all to you a lot better than I can. All right, what do we have today? Yeah, well, recently I went out to Greenport, out on Long Island, and went to the brewery there at Peconic and Greenport, and came back with a few treats. Okay, this one is called Meditations. It is a Foeder, F-O-E-D-E-R, aged New York State Farmhouse ale. Alcohol 6.13%. And it says brewed and canned by Greenport Harbor Brewing Company, Peconic, New York. The government warning: I should not be a pregnant woman operating heavy machinery. And that's about all there is to it. So this whole business about Foeder aged New York State Farmhouse ales. In the description box below, they explain that they are really going after, what they're going after is just New York State products, New York State hops and all the other kind of good stuff, and ambient yeast. And apparently the Foeder type of fermentation is a ambient type of fermentation. So what am I looking forward to? I'm really not too sure, except that it is going to probably be a funky kind of beer. Let's crack it open and see if it meets that expectation. It's not too cloudy. No, it's not. Good looking beer. Very, very, very effervescent there. Boy, oh boy, that really is carbonated. All right, well, let's see what we got here. Clocking in probably a little cool because it came just out of the fridge. It's around 48 degrees temperature Fahrenheit, so it's a little chilly, but that just means it might not give up all of its aromatics or its flavors. All right, well, it looks like a farmhouse ale, very effervescent. Let's see what it tastes like one. Cheers. Yeah, I had to take 2 sips. It's a little after 2:20 in the afternoon. My taste buds go on siesta. They had to be woke. They're woke now. Let's see what their olfactory friends have to say. Well, you know, it's not as funky as I thought it would be, but there is a kind of it's almost a watermelon rind type of aroma on there. Kind of melony, but you know, not quite. It's got a green tinge to it. Let's see what the taste buds have to say about that. The malt in this is very laid back. The hops. There's a spice. There's a tang. It's not quite citric, but it is a sharp flavor to this. And definitely the the carbonation is carbonic acid, and it does add a little bit of a zing to whatever you're tasting, and boy, it adds to the zing. So, does Meditations Foeder aged in New York State Farmhouse ale from Greenport Brewing Company meet expectations? It certainly did. It was a very interesting beer. Now, how would I rate it? From a 1 to a 5? I'm going to give it a 2, and the only reason is because I'm not too familiar with the real style on this, and so if I go to 1, it's a little bit too much. If I go lower, it really isn't lower than that. It really is a solid 2 as far as I'm concerned. All right, if you enjoyed this presentation, please click on the subscribe button and the bell. That way you won't miss any of our presentations. A thumbs up would be great, share us with your friends, and a comment would be really appreciated. I'm Pete LaFrance, the Old Growler, hoping all of your beers meet expectations.